Hello Internet! Today I'm going to show you how to make a homemade pasta salad. Not to get this confused with an antipasta salad, it actually does have pasta. So let's get to that. In this pan I have 10 cups of water. I'm going to put this on the stove until it starts boiling, and once it boils I'm going to put in, this is approximately 10 ounces, so 3/4 of a box of, these are garden rotini or whatever, however you say it. Either way, this is 3/4 of a box of it. I'm only making a small pasta salad because it's just for myself for dinner and a couple snacks later. So once this boils, this goes in until these are just cooked. They cannot be overcooked because they'll smush up inside your pasta salad. So let me get this on the stove and started, and we'll come back and prep our vegetables. Okay, so the water is on the stove, and when we put the pasta in, the pasta has to be al dente, which means that it can't be overdone. It's not going to be squishy. You're not going to be able to squish it in your hands, because if you do, once you put it into your bowl, it'll start collapsing on itself and it'll fall apart. So let's get our veggies prepped for our salad. We're going to start with a small onion. This is a sweet onion. I don't prefer to have regular yellow onions, but if that's all you have, that's what you can use. So we're going to take this apart and we're going to end up dicing it up. And in case you ever wonder where I'm throwing all this stuff, I always have a trash can by me. It kind of just looks like I'm throwing it on the floor. I'm not. So. Now I tend to make these on a little bit of the smaller side. I don't want people getting big chunks of onion when they take a bite. I want them to have everything all together. That's the whole point of it, is to get one bite with multiple ingredients. This just goes into a bowl. There's my bowl. Bring it into the screen so you can see it a little better. We'll continue to do the rest of the onion. And no, I'm not a chef, so I'm not perfect at cutting. I just do all this at home for myself and my family. That's it. But I figured I'd put it on the internet, and so everybody else can make some of the recipes that we make that are easy and enjoyable. Now I buy these little olives that are already sliced into these little containers because nobody in the house likes olives but me. So these last a heck of a lot longer. You can buy a can of them, you can buy them not sliced. And that's all you're going to get because I can't get the rest of it open. Pour those in. And I don't put a whole lot of these in because then people don't have to pick them out because, like I said, I'm the only person that likes olives in the house. Tomato. I'm not going to put this full tomato in it because I don't want it to overpower the dish. And there's kind of a big tomato for the little bit of pasta I have. These are extremely juicy. This is what they had at our local Walmart. They really didn't have much for vegetables this week, and I didn't want to travel all over the other stores to get anything. I usually use Roma tomatoes or plum tomatoes because they have less of the pulp in the middle, but these will work just as well. Yeah, like that is really juicy this time. Okay, so as you can see, it's about half of a smaller tomato. And then I'm going to take half of my cucumber. You can leave the skins on or you can take the skins off. I prefer to take the skins off. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there, no, don't take the skins off, they're the best part. You can leave yours on. I hate the skins. You have a peeler, you can use a peeler. I just don't use fancy gadgets. I just use what I have at home. Don't go out and buy stuff just to make a recipe. There's other ways of doing stuff. I'm pretty sure they didn't have all these gadgets back in the day when, you know, half the stuff wasn't even invented. And they made it just fine. Now this stuff I will take and then we put it in a little bin and I bring it out to the animals in the backyard. as you see, I'm just doing a rough chop. Not too big, not too small. And into the bowl. This is a little big. I'm going to chop that up again. Okay. And the next thing we're going to be working with is a brick of cheese. About half brick of cheese. So this is 8 ounces, so 4 ounces of cheese. Try to stay away from the tomato juice here. Now I cut these pretty small. I always cut my stuff in slices first. They're not extremely thick. They're less than 1/2 inch, probably more like 1/4 inch thick. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're at home. We're not serving this to, you know, well-known guests. We're serving it to our family, which most of the time they don't care. Okay, and then I just chop it into small little pieces and throw it in my bowl. Just watch you don't chop your fingers off. Okay. Last piece of cheese, and I noticed that my water is boiling on the stove, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to put my pasta inside of it. So I will be back in just a few more minutes. There's our vegetables. They're all prepped and ready. Okay, we're back. The water is now boiling, and here's my pasta that I showed you from earlier. Just going to pour that in. And then I'm going to give it a quick swirl here because I don't like my pasta sticking together. Now I'm going to let this boil for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to come back and test my pasta to see where it's at. Like I said before, I don't want it to fall apart. I don't want it all squishy, because once you start mixing, it just becomes a mush inside of your bowl. Alright, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Hi, we're back. It's been 5 minutes now. I'm going to check these and see how they're doing. I suspect they're probably not done, but I want to make sure. Like I said, I don't want to overcook them. I'm going to blow it off. So what I'm checking for is I want to see if they're still stiff, which they are. And then I'm going to take a little bite of it because I want to see what it feels like in the middle. Not quite done. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that with the camera. Can you see that with the camera? Like it has like a little bit of, in the middle here, it's still got the pasta where it's dry. You don't want that though, because that means it's not done. So we're going to leave this in here for probably another 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll check it. Okay, we're back. It's been another 3 minutes. So I'm going to test them. They look a lot more plumped. Plumped, is that even a word? Either way, they look better. Okay, so here's one of them, as you can tell. Just give me a second. I'm trying to blow it off a little bit. It's a little bit too hot to handle. Okay, it's still firm. Still got that. I can give it a pretty good squish, and it's not squishing up in my hand. And if I rip it apart, it takes a little bit to rip, and it's moist inside. So therefore, these are done. Now I'm going to put these in a strainer, and then I run cold water over them. We need the pasta to be cold. You can wait, you can put them in the strainer, you can put them in the fridge, whatever you want to do. I just prefer to speed up the process. I put really cold water, and I just run really, really cold water over them until they're cold enough. And the purpose of that is you don't want it to wilt your vegetables, and you don't want it to melt your cheese. So let's get these into the sink and cooled off, and then we'll go back over to the chopping board and assemble our salad. Okay, so we're back. This has been sitting for a couple minutes now. I did run water over it. It is really cold. So like I said, run water. I let it strain out for a couple minutes so the water would run out and not be all into my salad. So what this is going to do is now it's going to get dumped into this bowl. Hopefully without making a mess. Wow, look at that. Put that to the side here so I don't drip water all over. Okay. So, to the pasta salad, I'm gonna add some pepperoni. This is optional. You don't have to add it in. I just think it adds a little bit of flavor to it, a little bit more spice to it. Not a whole heck of a lot. Yeah. And no, I don't just add it like this. You've got to chop it up into smaller pieces, usually into quarters. And then spread it out a little bit. They do stick together. You're not going to get them all to not stick together. It's just how it works. Okay. So like I said, pepperoni is optional. Depending, if you have a sensitive stomach, you may not want to add that in. The other thing I add in is grated Parmesan cheese. I don't use the stuff that's in the bags that's all shredded because it has a weird texture to it. But for me, the Parmesan cheese kind of sticks to the noodles and it holds the dressing in that we'll add in a minute. Plus, it gives a little bit more of a saltiness to it too. So shake it around a little bit, and then I always use Robust or Zesty or anything along that lines, not just the regular Italian, because it's bland and it has just more of an oil taste than it does a spice. So shake it up, make sure it's all mixed together, and then give it a nice good squeeze. Now this is about half full and I'll probably use just about all of it. Okay, that's what I have left right now. With your spoon, my nice new spoons. Just take and fold it together. Don't mix it because you will break up your noodles. Just kind of fold it, bring it up. Until you think it's well incorporated in. And all your stuff is mixed. Everything's got a little bit of dressing on it. Okay, that's it. And this dressing here, I'll let this sit for a while, and I usually put a piece of saran wrap or aluminum foil. These have lids to them, so if you have lids, it's even better. You're not wasting other materials. You put it in the fridge, you let it sit for a while. I add a little bit more of this because the noodles will suck up the dressing and it will get drier. Put a little bit more, spin it around like we just did, and then it's ready to serve. This is homemade pasta salad. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Okay, so I just wanted to give you guys an update on the salad. It's been sitting now for quite a few hours, and I know I had mentioned that you may have to add more sauce or dressing to it because it will dry out. As you notice that it doesn't have that glossiness anymore, and the noodles are kind of sticky. So what I would do is I would give it a good twirl to get anything that's on the bottom up. But as you see, there's really nothing coming up from it. So at that point, I would take some of my excess dressing that I had left over, and I would squirt, like I said, all of it. So this was half a bottle to this size bowl, which I believe this is a 4-quart bowl, I want to say it is. And once again, just kind of bring it up and down and mix it in, and then it would be ready to be served. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to give you an update and show you what it looks like after it's been resting and the noodles had a chance to absorb some of the liquid. Alright, thank you.